think if you were here last month when I came to the meeting, I probably mentioned this, but, oh, by the way, I'm Dave. I'm alcoholic. Anyway, Darryl was, he lived out here forever. And Susan and I tried to get him to come back where our family was. And he wouldn't do it. And well, what he'd do, because he was the older brother by 6 minutes, right? So he would, yeah, Dave, you're right. You're absolutely right. And he would tell me that stuff, so I would shut the hell up. But he never would come back to where the family was. And as now Susan's, my wife Susan and I, she's been able to come out here this time. We figured out he had a family out here, and it was y'all. And that's why he stayed here. The weather had something to do with it. And probably that made up for the traffic. But when we lived in Oklahoma, he came back to visit. And he loved that because he grew up in the Midwest. You know, you throw your truck in and drive, and you drive down this dirt road and there's not a soul out there. Right. You can't find a part of California that hasn't got people in it. It's just crowded, and it's just, but he loved it out here. And I am absolutely convinced y'all are the reason for that. And Miles, his sponsor, could not make it. His niece was getting married today, so he's there at that celebration. But he said the same thing. And what he mentioned to me, and I'll just share it with you real quick, was that if he needed somebody to help another alcoholic out, he would go to Darryl. Darryl would volunteer to help out. And he was always there, whether it's, giving him a bed, letting him sleep on the couch, putting him up in a hotel room, whatever it had to be. Darryl helped people out like that. And that's just the way he was. So, anyway, I do appreciate, again, everybody being here. Susan, did you want to say anything today?
Yes. So,
should I sit down?
Are you done?
Are you done?
Are you done, finally?
So I'm Susan, and I am a very grateful member of Al-Anon.
Hey, Susan.
I had not met Darryl until like the day before Dave and I got married, and we were getting married in my hometown of Jay, Oklahoma, a little tiny town in northeast Oklahoma. And Darryl rolls into town with his long coat, and he was dressed really nice, and he smelled really good, and he had rented a fancy car, and Jay, Oklahoma had not seen anybody like Darryl McCoy. And anyway, but from that moment, and I had posted this on Facebook when he passed, when Darryl gave you a hug, you knew you were hugged.
Yes.
And he was just the funniest guy I'd met besides you.
Goes without saying.
And, when Dave and I got married, he had been divorced, and so his parents were kind of cool to me, but not Darryl. He made me feel a part of the family right away. And eventually they came around to liking me, but anyway. And I want to say he lived out there. Yeah, I think he lived out here then. I don't remember, but anyway, we got married in '93. So anyway, so through the years, we kept in touch, but it was never anything great. It was, I think everybody, when you grow up in alcoholism, when you're around alcoholism, and you kind of keep people at arm's length because you don't want them to know your secrets, right? And at the time, we were still he was still in active alcoholism, and I was dealing with that, and so, keeping people at arm's length was just what I was used to. Once Dave got sober, and Darryl was sober, that's when we started getting closer, because the brothers had that in common. And we could speak the language to each other. And we knew that he had gotten sober out here, and that's, I want to say, what probably kept him here was he had that anchor of you guys. Kimberly had shared earlier that in Darryl's last meeting that he had really gotten emotional talking about his mother. And it surprised me when she told me that, because anytime Darryl came home for the holidays, it was a big deal. Shirley Mae was so excited to have her boy home. She adored him. And it made me sad that he didn't feel that love that she had for him. Now, I get that it was probably pretty hard growing up in Bellevue, Nebraska, being a gay guy. That's tough. And there was probably some judgment, but you know, that's how it is back then. But when he came out here, he didn't have that judgment. He had open arms, open hearts, and you guys filled his heart, and I know he loved you. He talked about you all the time. He talked about you all the time, you and Miles, and Zareta too.
Some of it was good.
Do what? But anyway, I'm sorry that we won't get to spend more time with him. And I'm sorry that he's gone, but he's free now. He's healed. And we can all hope for that, right? So, God bless all of you, and thank you for all you did for him, and thank you for all you've done for us, and we're really, it's been a privilege and an honor to get to know you guys, so thank you.
Very good.